Hi guys, on today's video at Carla's Corner, I want to talk about one very important statistic. And that statistic is that despite all the people who set goals for themselves, only 8%, guys, listen there, 8% of those people are actually able to achieve their goals. So what are those 8% doing? And more importantly, what are those 92% that aren't achieving their goals doing? How can you make it so you don't fall into that same trap of not being able to achieve your goals? So find out and stay tuned here on Carla's Corner for the video about goal setting. All right, guys, so I would say that the first reason that I'm going to give for why people cannot achieve their goals is because they're not very specific in what they're trying to accomplish. All right, so the first reason for why people don't accomplish their goals is because they're not specific enough about what they wish to accomplish. You can say, oh, I want to be rich. Oh, I want to be famous. Oh, I want to have everyone know my name. But that's not a specific enough goal. You have to ask yourself the question, how are you going to be rich? How are you going to be famous? Is your goal to invent something, okay? What do you want to invent? You have to be specific with what your goal is. Otherwise, you're not going to know how to accomplish something that you don't even know what it is you're trying to accomplish, right? All right, the second reason for why people aren't able to accomplish their goals is because of procrastination. So if you've set your goal and you know what your goal is and you have it in mind and it's very specific, then don't procrastinate. Don't make up excuses for why you can't start accomplishing your goal right now. There's something you can do right at this moment that can help you accomplish your goal. All right, if it's your dream to get into a specific profession, then read something every single day about that profession. If it's your goal to be rich and you're like, oh yeah, how do I get rich? Well, research ways in which you can get rich. Is it to start a business? Okay, what business do you want to start? Don't procrastinate. Start today. Don't spend too much time in the research process either, because that's procrastination, especially if you know what you need to do. Well, don't procrastinate, just do it. All right, guys, so the third thing that causes us to not be able to achieve our goals is that we are too busy multitasking, okay? Now, don't get me wrong, it's okay to do more than one thing at a time, right? You might have a few different goals that you want to achieve, but if you have so many goals that is preventing you from even accomplishing one, then that means you're doing too much. You need to put priority into the goals that you wish to achieve first. Get those finished, set your goals, get those goals accomplished, and then go on to do the other goals if you so desire. But do not set so many goals to the point where you multitasking is causing you to not complete anything or not to accomplish anything when you're setting your goals. All right, so the fourth thing that can prevent people from being able to accomplish their goals is their doubts about what their capabilities are. Now, just ask yourself, do you doubt that you're able to accomplish your goal? Do you believe that your goal can be accomplished by someone else but not you? Man, don't do that to yourself, because guess what? If you set a goal and you know that, especially if you know it's been done already, and even still, even if it hasn't been done yet, you can do it. Don't doubt yourself, okay? Don't doubt what your capabilities are. If you figure out like, oh yeah, if you think that you have a roadblock coming up, then figure out a way to jump over that roadblock, go around that roadblock, like pick that roadblock up with your bare hands and toss it to the other side of the road, away from your path. Okay, believe in your capabilities. If you think there's an obstacle in your way that can prevent you from accomplishing your goal, then figure out how to overcome that obstacle and then remain on the path to accomplishing your goal, okay? Every obstacle, don't be fooled. There is a way to overcome it. You just have to work hard enough. You have to be determined. You have to be disciplined. You have to make sure you're not letting your emotions prevent you from seeing clearly the way around that obstacle. Okay? Don't have doubts in yourself. All right, guys. 5th reason for why people don't accomplish their goals. Well, they're not working for it, right? Some people set their goals, but then they do absolutely nothing to accomplish them. Okay, guys, don't believe something's just going to fall into place because you want it to do that. That's not the way goals work, okay? You must help yourself, okay? You cannot rely on some, just waiting as time passes you by and your goal still not being achieved. You have to understand the only one who's going to be responsible for those goals being achieved is yourself, and you must put in the effort if you want them to be achieved. It's very simple. So 5th reason why people are not setting their goals is because they're not doing anything to accomplish them. It's you set your goals, but now what are you doing? What's your next step? Okay? How do you accomplish those goals? Don't just sit back and believe that it's going to happen on its own. That's not going to happen. So make sure that you are putting an effort every single minute, every single day to accomplish those goals by putting in that effort. Reason number 6 for why people cannot accomplish their goals is because they give too many excuses, okay? Don't give an excuse for why you can't achieve your goal. Don't blame anyone for why you can't achieve your goal. Don't say, in time, or if only this were to happen. No, let go of all the excuses and just do it a step at a time. Start with one step first. If you're trying to get into shape, don't say, it's just not for me. I'm overweight. Guys, don't think like that. Start with some basic exercises, some basic stretches at home. Work on doing a little bit at a time. You don't have to do it all at once. But what you do have to do is not give an excuse for why you can't achieve what you wish to achieve. Okay? All right, so number 7, being afraid of failure. Some people, they set their goals, or maybe they don't even want to think of a goal because they're too afraid. They're too afraid that they won't be able to achieve it. Don't let the paralysis of fear prevent you from moving forward in your life. Don't let the paralysis of fear prevent you from setting goals in fear that you may not be able to achieve them. Some people think, what if I just waste all this time? That will not happen because no matter what, from every experience, you will gain something. You will grow as a person. Don't let the fear of failure prevent you from achieving the goals that you put forth for yourself. Number 8, getting distracted, forgetting about your goals. If you set a goal, write your goal down. Put it on the fridge, put it on your phone as a reminder so you see it every single day, okay? Don't forget about your goal. If you forget what your goal is and you're getting distracted by other things that may be important, but those important things are making you become distracted away from what your goal is. It's okay to look and, be taken in by life sometimes. But no matter what, that should not interfere with your goals and what you wish to accomplish. Nothing should interfere with that. Number 9, you give up too soon. Never give up. Never think that, oh man, I hit this roadblock. It just wasn't for me. Don't think that way. Because if you hit a roadblock, there's always a way around a roadblock. If your goal is worth it, if your goal is something that you know will make you happier, that's why you're setting the goal, right? Because it'll make you happier, because it'll be what you wish for yourself. Don't be sidetracked by roadblocks. If something happens that prevents you from accomplishing your goal, don't give up. There's always a way around that roadblock. Never give up. I know it's easier said than done, but you are creative enough. You are intelligent enough. Because, you wouldn't have set the goal to begin with if you weren't, right? You know what you need to do to accomplish your goal, even if there's a roadblock. All right, last one, number 10, having discipline. Understand that in everything you wish to accomplish in life, in every dream you wish to conquer and undergo, any task that's required, that's leading up to your goal, you must have the discipline to be able to do that task. Accomplishing your goal isn't always going to be fun, especially in the beginning. For instance, say I wanted to become a bodybuilder, and look at me, right? I know for a fact that I'm going to have discipline. Every single day, I'm going to have to be working on my body, right? Lifting weights, running. I'm going to have discipline. Another example, if I wanted to get into the career of cybersecurity or become a doctor or anything that required education, and I feel like, dang, I'm just not there yet as far as intelligence goes. Well, I'm going to have discipline, and every single day I'm going to have to read a book about what it is I'm trying to get into. Like, if I'm getting into the medical field, you're for certain that I will be reading books about the medical field. If I'm trying to get into cyber technology or the cyber field, then you're certain that I am going to be looking at the Security Plus examinations and the basic terminology for those things as well. And maybe in looking into a program that I can get into, see if there are any scholarships available. I'm going to set those goals for themselves, and then I'm going to have discipline. Discipline that'll allow me to every day work myself up to achieving those goals, okay? So those were the 10 things that can hold people back and prevent people from being able to accomplish their goals. Now that you know what those 10 things are, don't let them hinder you. Achieve your goals, set your goals, accomplish your goals. You can do it.